Good morning, peeps. Donna here, also known as Schwigg. If you're new to my channel, welcome. If you are returning to my channel, thank you. I have some more of the giveaway questions to answer. I noticed my short videos are starting to get longer and longer, so I'm going to try to keep it nice and short. So my first question here is from VSG for Baby B. She asks, what was your family's reaction when you told them you wanted to have weight loss surgery? So I didn't tell very many people in my family. I asked my doctor recommended it. My kidney specialist recommended the surgery. I came home and I did a lot of research. I didn't tell anybody, absolutely anybody, for probably 3 weeks. And then when I did tell somebody, the first person I told was my husband. He had brought it up several times over the years that maybe I should be looking into something like this, and I was always extremely resistant to it. So when I told him that this was something that I was going to do, I would say he really underplayed it. He just kind of, shook his head and said, good, I think it'll be good for you. And I think he was worried about offending me, if my husband's going to jump up and down, woo, woo, like, yeah, you're going to get done finally. I might have taken some offense to it. Then he would have been right. So I would say he underplayed it. I told my youngest son about the surgery, and him really not knowing anything about it and just knowing what I told him, that I was doing it to, hopefully get rid of the diabetes and just make me healthier and stuff and help me lose weight. He thought it was a good idea. And then my oldest son, I told him a little while later, because I don't see him very often, because he works overseas. He said the same thing. He said, yeah, good. It's probably be good for you. My youngest son came with me to Las Vegas when I had the surgery, came as my companion, and he started to have some doubts. But he came with me to my nutrition appointment. He came with me to, the nutrition seminar, my one-on-one doctor's appointment and stuff. And he was able to ask all the questions that he wanted, and he got all the answers that he needed. And by the time I was ready for surgery, he was totally on board with it. I only told one other friend, and that friend happened to be a nurse, and that was the only reason why I told her. I thought maybe she would have some insight for me, and she did. She got a hold of somebody who was already a weight loss surgery patient and got us together and stuff. So, and she was, I don't know if she was necessarily on board. She was more intrigued by it because she didn't really know a whole lot about it. But yeah, so that's all I told. So I don't remember if I said that. That question was from VSG for Baby B. Now, the next question is from Hillary VSG. And she asks, did you tell people that you were having weight loss surgery? If yes, who did you tell? Okay, I've already covered those questions. And what would you have done differently if you could? I don't think I would have done anything different. I chose not to tell my mom or my extended family because I didn't think that they would have a very positive reaction. I felt that I didn't want anybody's criticisms. My decision had already been made, and I didn't want any extra stress by having their opinions in my head while I was going through this. So I chose not to tell anybody. I told them when I got back. I told them like the week I got back about it. I sat my mom down and I showed her the video from Dr. Tom Umbach's the video from his practice. I'll attach it here so that, if anybody's interested. It's very informative. I'm not trying to promote his office, although I think he is a fantastic surgeon. But it's very informative. It talks about the three. It doesn't really go into duodenal switch, but it does talk about the R and Y and the VSG and how they're done and how they're performed. And it's a video that I do highly recommend for anybody who hasn't had the surgery and is talking to people and they've got criticisms or questions about the surgery and about, how it can help you. And he talks about how it can help a whole array of other problems by having this surgery. So it's about 30 minutes. At the end, he has some acknowledgments, so you don't have to watch that. But it's about 30 minutes long. And if you're looking into surgery, it's a great video to watch. So yeah, I did that with my mom. My husband and my two sons sat down and watched that same video before I had the surgery. So they were very on board with it. My youngest son, he really started to question it, especially when we were doing the nutrition program. And there was about 30 people in the class who were going to be having surgery. And when the nutritionist asked who is anybody here having the R and Y? And I was the only one who stuck up my hand. Everybody else in that seminar was having the VSG. So all of a sudden my son's little spidey senses went up, and he started to get worried, like, why is everybody having VSG and my mom's the only one having R and Y? Like, is she doing the right thing? But like I said, all his questions were answered directly by the surgeon. So so they watched that video beforehand. My mom watched it after. I've shown a couple of other people, and yeah, it just answers so many questions that I wasn't able to convey to those people. So I got one more question. I'm at 7 minutes. I got one more question to ask, and I picked this question for a reason, specifically right at this moment. Penny R asks, my question is, what is the one food you miss the most right now? Right at this very moment. The reason I am in here doing these questions is because I did something I haven't done for at least 4 months. I haven't bought any junk food for this house at all. And since my surgery, my husband, well, that's not true. I did go out Halloween and buy a whole bunch of junk food, and we ended up having no kids, but my husband hid the Halloween chocolate bars and chips, and he just ate them, as he felt he wanted them. And that was okay with me. I didn't have a problem with that. But I haven't bought anything specifically for our house for at least 4 months. So my husband's starting to go a little bit stir crazy since all that Halloween junk food is gone now. And he, so when I was at Costco the other day, I bought 2 bags of chips and some dip. And so I was just out in the living room with my husband and my oldest son, who's back from work right now. And my husband had one party-sized bag of chips that he was eating from. My son had another size bag of party chips that he was eating from. They had the dip in between them, and they were the crunchiest chips that you can get. Like, one bag is Doritos and the other bag's of Miss Vicky's kettle-cooked chips. So both the crunchiest chips you can get. I had to leave the room. So it wasn't because, now I can say I wanted them, but I didn't want them so much that I felt like I had to have even one. My tool, my gastric bypass, has really, really helped me to be able to say no to these things when they're around me. So I knew I hadn't eaten anything yet today. I had a protein shake sitting in front of me that I hadn't drinking yet. So I thought, okay, I better drink this protein shake and be full before this urge to have these chips overwhelms me. So right at this moment, well, I would say half an hour ago, because at this moment I don't even want the chips anymore. But yeah, my temptation today were the potato chips. So as usual, I'm going to put the information for VSG Baby B, for Hillary VSG, and for Penny R in the information in the box below. So check them out. And thank you very much for your questions. Thank you for entering my giveaway. And thank you to all my subscribers. I love each and every one of you. I truly appreciate your love and support back. And yeah, that's it for me today. I hope you guys have a fantastic day. And I'll see you again tomorrow. Peace out, peeps.